The death is announced of Jeremy Orville George of Parsias, Mico, who passed away at St. Jude Hospital on Tuesday, 5th March 2024 at approximately 7:36 a.m. He was 21 years old. Left to mourn his mother, Vincentia Shasha Gideon of Parsias, father, Elias George, grandmother, Maria Eudes George, sisters, Sabatina Gideon, Stephanie Cameo Norbert of Barbados, Naola Joseph of the U.S., brothers, Venny George, Jonathan George, aunts, Valeria John and family of Canada, Francisca Sika Richard of Parsias, Sancha Joseph of Mico, Jalin Joseph Stephen and husband, Ortis Stephen of Mamiku, Gabriel Joseph of Lambar, Magna Joseph of Lambar, Cecilia Jones of Barbados, Ermine Ann Albert and family of Canada, Martharine George and family of Duga, Vern George of Parsias, Leah George and family of the U.S., Marguerite Malze and family of Lambar, Vernet James and family, Berthia James and family, Barbara James and family, all of the U.S., uncles, Fernand Gideon of Saldebas, Jankos Joseph of the U.S., John Mackenzie Albert of the U.S., John Harness Samuel of Parsias, Dominic Aluf Albert of Parsias, Matthew Juice Robinson of Monrepo, Thomas George of the U.S., Kent George of Parsias, Peter George of Parsias, Ethelbert Hayes George of the U.S., Venantius Monero of Bavano, Herbert Bottom William of La Pointe, cousins, Alima Charlery of Canada, Anderson James of Parsias, Tresca James of Parsias, Tazima Mooney of Denry, Elliot Joseph of Parsias, Shires Joseph of Mico, Cures Joseph of Mico, Elisa Charles of Lambar, Miguel Joseph of Mico, Abigail Cookie George of Parsias, Casey George of Dugan, Giselle George of the U.S., Jolene Shaba George of the U.S., Ashton Cleas George of Parsias, Ricard Kurt George of Parsias, Denzel Roscoe Albert of La Pointe, friends, Calvin Ispy Moshere of Parsias, Shannon Avril of Vieux-Fort, Akim Pierre of Parsias, Lance General Edward, Zephrinus Zalev Robinson, Andreas ex-dog Jonas, all of Parsias, Bradley Snow White of Monrepo, Raquel Robinson of Monrepo, family friends, Janine Martin and family of Vieux-Fort, Tessie Charlery and family of Parsias, Prudentiana Jean and family of Parsias and the U.S., Peter Joseph and family of Tiroche, Yasna Dolan of Vieux-Fort. Also left to mourn the Richard Smith Gideon Charlery families of Saldebas, Pi and Grace, the Robinson George Jean Serrier Joseph Samuel Descant Charlery Charles Stephen Moshere families of Monrepo and Mico, other relatives and friends both here and abroad, too numerous to mention. The funeral service for the late Jeremy Orville George will be held on Saturday, 6 April 2024 at the St. Anne's Parish in Monrepo at 2 p.m. Then the body will be laid to rest at the Margaret O'Brien Private Cemetery. The body now lies at Lazarus Funeral Home, New Dock Road, Vieux-Fort. Please note that the persons attending the funeral service may wear a dash of red. May he rest in perfect peace.